I started off my career learning economics and law because, let's face it, back then it was the most in thing to do. Study economics, study law, study engineering, studying doctorate. Basically, these were the few professions that were famous while I was growing up. And everybody was doing that. Everybody was doing that. And you know what? Among all the 4 or 5 famous occupations out there, I thought to myself, I wanted to be a lawyer. And so I decided to be a lawyer. Obviously, it also happened that my parents were very keen on me being a lawyer, and they gladly enrolled me in a law course. I was studying it for about 3 months, going for classes every evening, traveling. But what I found was I was never present in the class. I was never there. I did enjoy myself occasionally, but most of the times I dread. I dread what I was doing. But on the other side of life, I never realized how much this meant or what it meant. I used to go to church like a very good daughter, follow my parents to church every Sunday mornings. And what I realized after a while was I used to go to church and children used to gravitate to me for some reason or other. But I never paid attention to it, obviously. It was just, to me in my head, oh yeah, children just like me. Anyway, that was the story of my life for about a year. And then one random day, I decided to visit my auntie in Singapore. And the place that she chose for me to go and see her was where she was working. So I went to see her at the place that she was working. And I walked into this environment which was colorful, noisy, vibrant. There were so many things going on. And I thought to myself, oh my Lord, a school like this, does it really exist? And I was fascinated because, to be fair, I've never seen a school like that in Malaysia. And so, just randomly, I asked my aunt, hey, do you think I can get a job here? That was the end of it. That was the end of my holiday in Singapore. I came back to Malaysia. 2 weeks later, my auntie called me and said, guess what? You've got an interview with the founder of the school. And I was, what? And she was like, yeah. And they're willing to fly you down for their interview. And so I went. I didn't go for any interview. I just went for lunch. I went for lunch with the founder, ate lunch with her, and that was it. 2 weeks later, my auntie called me and told me, hey, you got the job. My mind was racing. I did not know what to do. I did not know how to break it to my parents that I got the job. But I told my mom told my dad. And my dad made it quite easy for me, surprisingly. He said, as long as you get a refund, you go. So I went to college, found out I managed to get a 75% refund from studying economics and law, and packed my bags, left, and I went to Singapore. And that's where my career started. That is where my life started. There was the place that I was reborn, born again. Working there and being there for 8 years has changed my life. And not only that, it opened my door to what my purpose is. My purpose in life, to love what I do. I love teaching. I teach speech and drama. One of the things I do is I teach speech and drama, and I love working with children. And that is my purpose in life. And I'm so proud of it. Have you found your purpose?